Who is listening to Do or Die? Damn, I hate when that happens. Does this do anything? Is that a dog? I wonder what happens if I compile this. Wow, some of these textures are incredible. Usage? There's so many textures. I'm gonna launch this, see what happens. Yes. Oh, it's very fast. I could put a light on it. I wonder if I could slow it down. Oh, we started from the wrong spawn. I wish I could make it smaller. I'm gonna have to make something. My God. Oops. Well, that light's too big. It looks good though. This room is not programmed yet. Oh, it is. Ah! Oh, shit. Forgot about that guy. I'm gonna make the walk speed slower. CL forward speed is 70. I'm gonna make it 60. Is it CL side speed? There. Why does it start slow like that? That's too slow. He has to build up speed. That's still faster than I want. Hi, baby. I think that's too fast for a walk speed, honestly, dude. Damn, I gotta fix that. I want to make that light a little bit more, a little duller. It's too bright. Maybe 300. I want it to like flicker more. I want it to be kind of ominous. That green light puts a lot of rendering load on this level. It's worth it though. That's way too much flicker. Oh, that's why it didn't change. This one I want it set to 300. Yo, hey Amanda, thank you for that subscription. I appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. How are you this morning? My little project is coming along. Now actually that's not bright enough. Oh wait, why did he start over there? Oh wait, I think that means I'm going in the right direction. Fine but tired. I had to get up way early, finish a lot of stuff. Yo, I hear that. Way to take care of business though. You gotta do what you gotta do. That definitely looks better. I wish that light went up against that wall, but it's fine. In fact, actually, that makes me want to get rid of the ceiling lights. I've actually been thinking about turning this room into stone. I don't want to go in this room because they tripping in there. And make this room rock. I think I'm gonna put this somewhere and make it to where you gotta earn this shit. I'm gonna come up with a little like gameplay loop before I expand too far out of this area. But I'm gonna stitch those maps together I've already made. Oh, he ran down the stairs this time. That's new behavior. What changed? Yeah, they tripping. I don't. These dudes right here be wilding out. I don't really even want to disturb them. They be tripping. Let's fight it though. This is a fun firefight. Shit. Oh, Jesus. Stop, please. Ah, you guys got centipeded. Pussies. How cool, right?
Kill me now.
Starting to get a little gameplay loop. I wish I could make it to where the enemies don't give, so they don't ever disappear. I would rather them not ever do this. Now they're gone forever.
It hurts.
Oh, I forgot to get my flashlight. You can tell I've been here. Houston, we have a problem. The Strogg are here. Go get the stick. Okay. That's coming along pretty nicely. I need this guy to be like the main start. I wonder if there's a spawn flag for that. Just take me to Google, motherfucker. Let's see. Like to mapping, how to make a default level spawn, player spawn, default player spawn. If a player start using the map editor. Yes, okay. Save and compile. If you have multiple player spawns. But give one specific target name like start default. Okay, we're on the right track. And use map logic like trigger spawn logic entity if available. Oh. Method 1. Default spawn with delayed activation. Nope. Let's see. Place spawn. Fun info start. Disable others. For other spawns, use trigger multiple similar entity near entrance. Touch enables other playable spawn entities. That's not. This information here looked good. Where did you get this from? Spawn. Is there a spawn logic entity? Enable only default initially, then enable others via outputs after delay event. Or have the game pick one randomly, and if they share a common property, Or use an initial trigger multiple to force a player to a specific info player start on map load. That's what I want to do. Use an initial trigger multiple to force a player to specifically info player start on a map load while others stay inactive until triggered. That's exactly what I want. Why can't you just give me like that part? Maybe it comes from this one. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Donde Quake 2? Okay. Okay, this is not quite what I was looking for, but that's good to know. The start name is the target name of the info player start. Okay. Okay, so I have to make a new trigger change level? Is that what it's saying? And the map name is this. Bunker B2 conference room. And it's gonna target uh first spawn. Is that what I called it? First spawn. Yeah. Yep, makes sense. If you want the level transition to be one way, you add an asterisk in front of the map name. This tells Quake 2 to clear the cross-level trigger bits and discard the save game data from the previous map. Otherwise, it retains everything from the map. With Lazarus mod, you can also trigger transit. Okay, I'm not using Lazarus. So I think this should be right. Which means these things should be linked, but they are not. Oh, I have to target it. Wait a second. I'm not sure if I need that there. Keys are used as the trigger key entity link between larger outer trigger multiple and other. Okay, let's see if this works first and foremost. I'm actually gonna move this flashlight. I might make this room smaller too. Yeah, let's start thinking about some gameplay. I think I want to expand the rooms first. I want to stitch. There's like at least 2 rooms I have to add to all of this. But I might find a way to get that. There's like another room that I like broke off of everything. I'm glad I didn't discard. I think I'm gonna make a gameplay loop around all this, and then I'm gonna expand it to like a full-blown mod. But I want to kind of complete this idea, and it'll make a good starting point for when I actually start building the real game world. This was intended to be a part of the game world first, but I'm kind of thinking through this concept in real time. I want to move this somewhere different. In fact, I might move that to a whole other room. Damn, it looks nice though, right? Okay. I think just for posterity, I need to see what this room looks like with these lights not there, with this new light being there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just drop the room down so I don't have to break anything. That way they're in this box, but they're not in the void, and I think that should make it to where my room will still compile and it won't break. Yep. Because if those dynamic lights are out in the void, the map won't render. Yeah. I actually like this room being a little bit smaller. I think the lights are a lot more interesting when the room's a little bit smaller. And I'm honestly not sure I want that to be green. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that texture. Jesus. He did. I didn't grab the flashlight. So I want to make it to where you have to go find the flashlight. And so it's going to be very important that these lights are harsh. And that way I can hide it in a corner. And it'll glow. You'll have to spot the glow. In fact, I can actually make that now. And I might even put a third enemy in that room just to increase the stakes a little bit. I kind of want to put these lights on the floor instead of the ceiling. Maybe have one light on the ceiling and two on the floor. I just want to make some better shadows on this level. And I have to add some gameplay elements to the hallway so you can hide from that grunt. Uh-oh. What the hell did I do? What's the problem? Why won't this render now? Oops. Is it this guy? Are you out of the map? Oh, huh? Did I spawn a light out there or something? I did. What is that? Oh, that's the silencer. Wait, why is the silencer out there? I didn't mean to do that. Is that really why? Oh, because these things project light, I bet. Crazy. Good to know. Weapons can't spawn out of the map. Items can't spawn out of the map. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to spawn the player a little farther from that spawn point.
Make it stop.
Ah! Shit. Oh, he shot his friend. They about to fight. Get that nigga, cuz! Get that nigga, cuz! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! We gotta go. Gotta fix that. This is supposed to be the main spawn. I wonder what happened with those guys. You think they're still fighting? It's coming along. Oh, you know what? I know how I can fix this. And we need some things in this hallway so these guys are not just running around in circles. I wonder what happened in this room. Oh! He got that nigga, dog. That's insane. Brother, you're crazy. Told you they ain't right.
It hurts.
Oh, I picked it up. Okay. So now I can make like some proper dark rooms. And I might make these guys a little bit stronger. I still think they're too weak. I give them a 5x health multiplier. Fight for your fucking life. So this room right here, I'm actually gonna make it. I'm gonna cut this room off. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Oops. I'm gonna have to adjust this other room, so I'm gonna cut this stuff. Let me think. What should I cut? This is the space I think. Well, wait. I need to determine how much space is gonna need to be occupied. So what I'll do. This. I'll take this. I'll take this one and make another one. And that's gonna be about that wide. Yeah, I'm gonna paste this exactly where I picked it up from. Oops, this is the wrong room. Cool. So our hallway is gonna need to be about this big. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that room essentially have a little hallway that'll kind of obscure the room a little bit, and it'll more importantly alleviate the pathfinding issues that this guy is having with this bridge. For some reason he gets stuck on this bridge. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna move this guy. Why is this monster targeting these lights? This light. What is that? Why do I keep having that problem? That's so weird. Why is this guy tied to a change level? Targeting grunt one path. Target path one. That makes sense. Class names. So strange. I don't understand. Okay. So this and this and this and this and this. We're gonna move these. I'm gonna rotate them all 90 degrees. I'm gonna put this door here. So the room becomes a lot smaller now. But I think that's for the better. Cool. So now this whole part of this bridge I can delete. All this stuff I can delete. Maybe not all of it. Really, it's just I need to shrink the bridge. This floor for sure. I think the big problem is the floor. I'm gonna delete this part of the floor. Look, if the floor's not even there anymore, what happened? See, yeah, that thing has just caused me so many issues, bro. Where did the fucking floor go? Oh, it's tied to the trigger door. Oh, is that what happened? No, it's not. Very strange. I don't know what happened. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Delete these. And then a couple of these railing pieces I can delete. Okay, and then we can delete these things too. This little section here has caused me nothing but problems. I'm gonna have to optimize this shit at some point. Like, I think these meshes, if I'm gonna repurpose them, they need to be optimized a little bit better. Cool. There's nothing here anymore. Perfect. So what we're gonna do Maybe we just delete this piece right here. And this piece. And this piece. Let me just bring this whole thing in a little bit. Like that, you know? Shit, while we're here, let's bring this up. What piece is that? Oh, I see, I see. There we go. You just want this shit to look a little neater, you know? It makes it easier to work around. Like, what is this big ass piece? Okay. I don't need to go quite that high, you know? And it makes the 2D planes really hard to read. Like, with all this geometry that's like sticking out through the map. Like this one, I'll give a pass to this one. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. Whoa, look at that. Janky. I need to charge my phone before it dies. Hey, look how much like easier this is to read. No, it's just not like jolting out of the map. What is this? That just does not need to be that damn big. Like I can't even tell what part is the main part because everything's so fucking. Like, hold on. Let's start. Let's start here. So that's the. This is the wall we want to target. This room's a hot mess. There we go. This album's pretty good. What wall is this? This is the far wall. Okay. Why are there two walls? Oh, right, because that's the level end. What is this going on here? Cool. See this whole floor I can bring in. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. The Z fighting outside, I'm not quite as worried about. My main concern is just straightening up these edges. 'Cause it makes reading the map so much easier, like when you're building in it. You know what, this edge, I'm just gonna go ahead and optimize this edge right now. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we wanted. That's a lot better, right? Cool. And so now that I've done that, I need this room to be expanded a little bit. Move these servers here, and maybe rotate them. Right. Because this is going to be a door. So this room's going to be segmented to add to the spook factor, but also to optimize a little bit. And it's going to go out a little bit. It's going to be like, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rip the geometry from this room so I can know that my measurements are perfect. I'm going to take this. Let's see. Like this. And I'm going to grab the door. I'm going to save that. I'm going to make sure it compiles. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to break it. It's fine. Okay, so this is the size of the door when you go into the room. This is like where you come from. In fact, let's do this. No, so it's not gonna paste exactly where it's supposed to paste, I don't think. But yeah, who even knows where that motherfucker spawned? It's fine. Anyway, the door needs to be about this big. So actually, you know what? I can actually do like a rough measurement. Oh, I closed the room already. It doesn't matter that much, I guess. No one's gonna know the fucking difference. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I think this is where our door approximately is on that other side. And what it does is it doesn't cut the room off, it actually expands the room. So this needs to be here. It's gonna be more like this. Yeah. We're just gonna make this floor like this. Expand it out a little bit. Maybe if I get a wild hair up my ass, I'll like cut it out. But I want to make sure I don't create any pathfinding issues for my enemies. I want to leave it as is. And then let's see. Let me take a look at the room. Oh, this wall needs to go. Oh, so this is actually. Let's see. Delete that. So I just need to move my door stuff. All this, I'm just gonna move. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't put this guy in the light. Okay, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna rotate. Yeah. So he's gonna come in this way. So I'm gonna move his back a little bit. I'm gonna have to create an inset on this door, but I know I can judge the placement based off of this angle on the light. So once I start to lose the light, I know I've gone too far. So let's keep it like that. And then I'm gonna make inset like here. And then take this. Actually, I want to make another inset. Covers the door. Take this. And then you'll cover this part of the door. In fact, I'll expand these out. And I'll make this small. Clean up the geometry a little bit. And then we can delete this function. And then, in fact, let's just grab the whole ceiling and drag it over. Make sure the room is good and closed. We're going to shrink down our new geometry. Like so. And then we're going to delete this wall. Also clean this wall up a little bit. Ooh, I can put a trap in here. Like, I could do some shit like, I'm starting to get some ideas. Make this room, or make these look like lips here a little bit smaller. Like so. I can actually put an enemy back there. I can move these, put like maybe another light in like this little corner. I'll duplicate and rotate. Like so. So cool. Instead of like a monster closet, there's just like an enemy there that's, properly placed. And then there's lighting to give it some atmosphere. But maybe I'll put something important back there. Or maybe I'll make it to where it's like a patrol or something. Like this room, this area really only needs to, only thing is the player character needs to fit. And I want there to be a kind of a degree of stealth and like moving with purpose. And so it's important to have enemies that you can properly run from, or like shield yourself from. So this could legitimately be like a little server room. Flip this around. Like this. And that way there's an enemy back there that you can properly shield yourself from. Or maybe what I can do is I can put the flashlight back there. So you have to kind of air this room out. Or maybe what I'll do instead is put a reward back there instead of like a core mechanic. I put a reward back there. But there will also be like a stronger enemy back there. But if you tear this room up, like you can either sneak in and get what you got to get and get out, or you can tear the room up. But if you tear the room up, they're going to make you fight for it. That type shit. And I'm thinking, like, I want a stronger enemy there. Or maybe what I'll do instead is just put like a machine gunner. It's harder. Let's see. Monster. I put Monstar. But like an enemy that you can survive if they stay aggroed. Like I was thinking the chain gunner. But maybe not the chain gunner. The chain gunner is pretty scary. Maybe I will put a chain gunner back there. And he makes spooky sounds too. And I kind of want you to see like his shadow, you know, like, well, maybe. I'm not sure how much I want to alert the player that he's there, but I could put some kind of reward there, like health. I don't want a big reward there. Just a regular health. So if you want that shit, you gotta fight for it. But you can sneak through this whole room, get your flashlight, progress with the level. So let's compile it. Let's figure out where I broke it. Oops, not the portal file. Ah, okay. Ah, not too bad. Only 2 breaks. Oh. Whoa, this room looks really cool now.
It hurts.
So if I start lighting these roofs, you see him back there? Oh, he's pissed. I have to set him to ambush. No jumping. Wow. Nah, he can jump. That's fine. Gameplay? Yeah, gameplay. So yeah, you see there's a flashlight. You think I can see? Ah, yeah. And the reason why he can see me is because there's like a crack right here. Not a crack, but if I make that very specific, he can't see me at all. So he's not properly hidden. I can make it to where like this. Like totally close that gap. Oh, and I have to put a damage or like a health multiplier on him. These guys are pretty strong. I'm gonna put their health. I'm gonna put it on 5. Why not? Just out of curiosity. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna compile this room. Let's figure out where this room is broken. So that way we can actually make sure we go through these spawn points and it makes sense. Oh. Where are you breaking, huh? Ah. That makes sense. Okay, well that actually might fix that problem. Compile. Yep, there we go. And then this hallway, I'm gonna have to put an area on the map. Like I'm gonna have to put a section on this area where that enemy can patrol and you can pass them without aggroing them. Cool. So you can hear. Oh, you can't hear that. You can hear him maybe cranking his gun. But I'm gonna see if we can get this flashlight without triggering that guy. Damn. No, there's still a little bit of space where he can see in between. Wait, is that right? I must not have compiled any map. And I'm gonna have to also change this guy's angle to where he doesn't spawn looking at the wall. That drives me crazy. But I want to sneak past these guys here. And you know what's cool? Like if I decide that I don't want to deal with all the real-time shadows, I think I can turn that stuff off. And that might actually improve performance. And it still looks pretty good. Okay, it still looks really good. Oh, no, it doesn't turn off dynamic shadows. They're still there. That's why it looks really good. Listen, deal with it, all right? We're making art here. Okay, so now, I don't know that guy's there, but he doesn't know I'm there. Ah! We gotta go. Oh. These niggas done started fighting. Shit. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh, he killed his friend. This nigga is crazy. Oh! I'm surprised he hasn't jumped at me. This guy's strong, bro. Okay, I think 5x is too strong. You don't need to be that damn strong. How much health does that have? Oh my gosh. I think maybe like a 2 or 3x is good. 5x is like OD. Maybe we'll give him like a 3x. And these guys are too close. I don't like that they fight each other. You know what I'll do? Section this room off a little bit more. Like a little closet. Cool. See, now you can break line of sight. And we can take another one of these lights. Duplicate. Compile. These rooms are getting complex really fast. I wonder what my frame rate is. There's not a display FPS like thing, but I can turn it on somewhere else. But
It hurts.
cool. That's pretty cool, right? So we can sneak past these guys, but if we leave this area, them niggas gonna aggro. But I want there to be shadows. Like, I don't want to lose all my shadows. So I think I'm gonna take this light and put it over there. No, take that light and put it over here. Make those guys look a little bit more dramatic. And I don't want to impact performance too much on the assets that are here because, quite frankly, I might still have to add more. So I'm going to put these here. And I'm going to move my player character. Kind of like, I think he needs a little bit of space. Honestly, between him and the spawn. But I kind of also like that it's a little bit claustrophobic. I kind of like that. Let's move it back a little bit like this. And then what that'll do is that'll give the player a little bit of room to like acclimate himself, you know? Compile. Launch. Ooh. That's actually a lot better. You kind of see a little bit of what's going on back there, but not a lot. These guys don't aggro, see? Cool. We out of there.
It hurts.
Does this area need 2 lights?
Let me out.
So these doors, actually, I can show you. I have an idea for these doors. I have to figure out how to do the logic, but these doors, I want to actually indicate to the player if they're unlocked with a green light. And if it's locked, it'll be a red light. And that also should balance this first section out a little bit. Yeah, see? So I know I can get in this room because the light's green. I want to go, and I'm going to see.
Let me out.
Ah! I wonder if this guy's still going to have pathfinding issues. Let's find out. I think he's stuck already. That is so strange. This guy gets stuck at this door every time. I have to figure out why. I think he might be tied to that entity or something. Look how nice it looks, though. All right, I'm gonna let him do his thing. So this light will be green, and this light will be green. This light will be green. I'm gonna get rid of this. This light will be green. This light will be red. Because we have to find a way to get in there. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is find a code. I'm gonna put a hint somewhere that's gonna be like there's gonna be some kind of like trigger, like a button on here. You come up to it, panel slides up, and then you can put in this code. And you have the code, but like, you know, I'm not gonna program the actual code, but it'll just like be some trigger, you know, and it's gonna say like code required, and then you go and interact with something, and then it'll give your player character the code. And then you get into this room, boop, you probably go up to this computer, you know, get the code, attach it to an entity or something. Beep boop, this door will slide up, and this is gonna be like a secret, not a secret, but like a hidden server area. So this will lift up all secret like, and in that room there will be like a path to the next room. But maybe like some of these rooms are gonna be super dark, so you're gonna have to get the flashlight. And so I have to take the flashlight out of this room, but you're gonna probably have to go to that room upstairs. Well, you'll be able to unlock this. You'll be able to go up to this, press a button or something. A keypad will open up. Maybe I'll make it like a small door or something. When you go up to it, this keypad opens up, but you can't interact with it until you get the code. The code will be upstairs. Because you don't know that. You gotta go find it. And so you go upstairs, you're like creeping around, and like there's enemies up here that are like aggro and shit, but there's gonna be a section over here because I have to fix this enemy because he's having major issues. But I'm gonna put a second section over here. And that will it could be a pathfinding issue because part of his path is down there. And so I'm gonna put a second section, like an extend this bridge essentially over there, put a lip over there. And that will expand this guy's path finding area to where he can avoid these stairs. And then but it'll also give the player character a way to not aggro this guy when they need to sneak. Maybe I can take out some of these light sources, like maybe take out these top lights. I think when I get close to this guy, yeah, see when I get in like his blast radius, he loses me somehow. There's like a hidden, there's something here. It's like a barrier that he can't see past. And if I get too close, it's the path. I know what it is. I know what it is. I think I just figured it out. And so cool. So I'll go to this room and I'll get my flashlight. And so I think there will be a code. I'll get the code to get into that room. Oh my god. This nigga just said there's a room on the song. That's so funny. Okay. I think this is a path finding issue. So what I'm gonna do, he's like, he gets in like behind these path corners and he breaks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move these path corners to cover this whole area. And I think if he spawned there, maybe he won't aggro just right off the rip. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's see if he'll follow me now. He's stuck again. So it's not the path. There's something else. That's good because that sucked. Is he set to ambush? Yeah. It's gotta be the fucking level geometry. Is this dude tied to anything weird? Let's just draw something in the map. He is. He's tied to the change level somehow. Why is Monster Soldier light? Grunt 1. I don't think he needs a target name. I think he was running towards the change level and then losing his shit. Duh! What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? Nope, that wasn't the problem either. That is the weirdest thing. Why is he aggroing off the rip like that? I wonder. It has to be the geometry. That's the only other thing I can think of. What if I just spawn like a whole new grunt? I think when you copy paste, it inherits ghost properties that bug the game. I think every single time I copy paste an entity, something breaks. Like especially if it has logic tied to it. It's like every time. Why are you aggroing? You think he'll chase me now? Yeah. Shit, that nigga is off one. Ooh, I hate that effect. I hate it now. Yeah, cool. So that problem's fixed. Good. I love when we fix problems. I'm gonna move this guy up a little bit so he's not so pissed. And then I'm gonna go back to my room here with the green light. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I might need to do that. I'm gonna take this light and I'm gonna copy this hex code. And I'm gonna put that light on each of these lights. And it'll make the room look better too. In this room here, we're gonna delete this orb because it fucking sucks. It's a cool idea though. Ah! What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? What's wrong with this fucking guy? Oh, cause I know exactly what's going on. He's in front of his first path. That's what's happening. And so since he's in front of his first path, the first thing he does is turn around and then boom, it's me. I bet you that's what's happening. So I think if he's behind his first path, all he has to do is walk forward to his first path start point. That was a redundancy, but you know what I mean. So since he's set to ambush, he technically shouldn't even know I'm behind him. Yup, there it is. I'm a fucking genius. So he'll keep walking. And so I'm going to add an area over here so you can wait for him to patrol. And you see these lights are green now. That means I've been here. And I actually might drop the radius on these a little bit so they don't emit quite as much light. Should we light the room up? Oh, look, that guy has no idea. Yeesh. You can't see him without the flashlight. Where'd he go? Not being able to see them actually is a really cool fucking gameplay mechanic. Please don't run at me. Wow, that was hard fought. Boom. And I didn't even get all my health back. I just got some of it back.
It hurts.
Sorry, man. Hmm. I'm gonna put that guy over here. I'm gonna swap some of this stuff around. I want this guy over here. I'm gonna rotate these. Yeah, look at that. Cool. So now the player character has two options. They can get the flashlight, just get what they gotta get and get out of here, or they can start a fight and scavenge the area. So they can see that there's something in this corner. Maybe I'll tuck something away in this corner too. Maybe it'll be like another health pack. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll put one health pack over here in the dark. Well, maybe I'll do an extra one because these health packs don't do a whole lot in these scenarios. They're kind of, middling. Whoa.
It hurts.
I'm gonna take that light out of there. I hate that light. I don't hate it, but I think a floor light will look cooler. But I think I'll just get rid of it. Damn, this is like a whole room now with like areas and shit.
Let me out. Make it
Whoa.
stop.
You think I can get this health without aggroing these guys? I can. Look at that. Yeah, there's consequences to triggering these enemies. And I like having these little like lips here, because it allows you to surveil without putting yourself at too much risk.
Make it stop.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Damn, this room's kind of ominous, huh? You think I can sneak past this guy? And like, here, hold on. Ominous. I like that they all look like they're doing something.
Make it stop. Kill me now.
Whoa. You think I can sneak past this guy? Look at that.
Make it stop.
Oh. I'm just gonna get my flashlight. I'm gonna leave.
Kill me now.
I would like to make it to where if your flashlight is on, the enemies can spot it. That might be like a dream feature, but I think I can do that. Cool. Now there's like gameplay sections. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's try that. I gotta charge my phone big time. What does that seem there?
It hurts.
Shit, I gotta get out of this area. There's not enough places for me to hide. Ow! This nigga done hit me in my ass. Still chasing me? Shit, brother, you gotta move. I think he only needs like a 2x multiplier. Wow, look at that. There's not enough things for me to like shield myself or maneuver.
Make it stop.
Damn, that's a pretty cool looking room though, right? Cool. We only have 42 health. Oh, there's a health pack over here. That's nice. Damn, you got flanked. Oh, that's right. I didn't put the multiplier on him. So this guy, I'm gonna give him a 2.5 multiplier. Maybe even 2.25. I think 3 is too much. Maybe 2.5. I did like that there was tension in the fight. I think the bigger issue was that I didn't have enough places to hide. So I can fix that. But I think we're on the right track. We're gonna keep these sectioned off. I think the room looks better when light isn't leaking all over the place. And I'm gonna move this out a little bit. And maybe I'll like push down a little bit. And then fix the texture on it. Like that. Then maybe I'll make this light stronger, like give this a bigger radius. 200. We'll say 300 is probably fine. I think either like dull fluorescent lights. I don't like this overhead light. I feel like the room is starting to get too bright. I bet if I got rid of this table, that would fix that problem. Look at all the lights, though. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with where those are right now. The next thing I need to fix, or maybe add, I'm going to open up a new iteration of this. And next we're going to focus on the admin room. So again, we got this big old messy file, but this was our source file. This is where everything started. Remember, this is the layout. Not a whole lot has changed. This is our test room. We have to give that room a name. Maybe it'll be like workspace. Bunker B1 workspace. Then you got our big conference room with all the rocks in it. And then if you go even further, like let's see. This is our conference room. And then this is our admin room, which will lead to our server room. In fact, I'm probably going to make it to where this room right here, you're not even going to be able to get into this room right here unless you have clearance. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and delete this whole room. And we're going to go ahead and delete this room. We don't need anything from it yet, but we can always just, we're going to use it for something. I just haven't figured out what. Dog. Why is that so hard to do? Why is there so much shit? Uh-oh. What just deleted? Okay. Yeah, deleted the whole damn room. Why did it do that? Hold on a second. Okay. Oh, why the hell did it try to delete the whole room? Okay, so now we're doing the admin room. Oh, there's a bunch of shit in here, ain't it? Let's do it from the side view right here. What the hell? There we go. So now we have these two rooms. I'm gonna make each of these rooms render separately. So I'm gonna save two versions. I'm gonna save one document as server room. I'm gonna save this other document. Oops. Don't open document because the whole thing will break. I'm gonna save this document as admin room. Cool. And so now I can delete all this. Ooh, hello. So we're working on the admin room now. The server room is one of my favorite rooms that I've worked on. Make sure we don't lose anything. All right. Cool. So that should fix a lot of problems. All right. So there's gonna be 2 player spawns in here. So the first thing we're gonna do, let's see if I can remember how to do this. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a brush. And this brush is going to serve as our trigger. We're gonna just make this door recede in a little bit more. And we're gonna pull this trigger in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like when the triggers are kind of small, you know? And we're gonna put a trigger face on it. Cool. And so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a change level entity in front of it. And so what this is gonna do, but we also need a player start. So let's go ahead and add that too. Need a player start. Okay. I'm gonna rotate our guy. Okay. So what needs to happen? See, we have our change level. And our change level Well, the first thing we should do. Oops, don't know what I just did. What is going on? My button broke. What happened? What the fuck just happened? Here, let me just go back to where I know nothing's broke. Okay. I'm gonna name my trigger. No, I'm gonna name my target change level. I think that's how this works. So my target change level needs a map name first and foremost. Or target change level. Okay, so I'm gonna call this map. What what is that? What is that? Oh, I was looking in the wrong thing? Oh, that's why. I'm a dumbass. Okay. So we're gonna call this, we're gonna say we're gonna go to bunker B2 conference room. And it's going to call my bunker B2 conference room start 2. And that should tell this trigger to take my player character to a specific spawn point. I'm also going to give this one a target name, and I'm going to call it Bunker B2 conference room enter 2 because it is the second entrance into this area. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to tell this trigger to target that change level trigger. Meanwhile, I'm going to give this character a target name. And I'm going to call him Bunker B2 admin room enter 1 because this is the first entrance into this room. And so what should happen is when my player, whoever's playing, the player character, when they hit this trigger, this target change level should take them to the conference room and use the start 2 spawn point. That's what should happen. So just to be sure, I'm going to go back to the conference room. Now that I'm in the conference room, I'm going to go to this door, which I'm going to put some logic behind it, but I want to just rig it in first. And I'm just going to put a basic trigger in front of it. There we go. And then I'm also going to put a change level in front of it. And I'm going to put a new change level in front of it. I'm not going to do any more copy and pasting of these trigger entities because they have ghost properties and it breaks shit. And I don't like that shit. So cool. Target change level. So this one, I make a trigger. Those for used faces. I'm going to use the trig face. And so then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my target change level, start there, and I'm going to tell it to take the player to bunker B2 admin room and spawn them into bunker B2 admin room, start one. And that should tell it to, yeah, go to admin room and go to the first spawn point. I'm also going to give it a target name, and this target name is going to be called Bunker B2 admin room enter 1, because it's the first entrance to this room. Second entrance is going to be in the server room. So now that I have that target name, I'm going to tell this trigger to target the change level. Didn't work. Bunker B2 admin B1 enter. Oh no, this is enter 2. Because this is the admin room enter 1. Yeah. Admin enter 1. Did I do it right? Start 1, enter 1. And then with the entity selected, there's no link between them. So what did I do wrong? Let's think through this. I added a map and I added a target name. And this target name is pretty much a class name for this change level. And I need to tell the trigger that upon the player character stepping through this trigger, you're going to reference the target change level and fulfill those things. Is there a target here that I'm missing? Why isn't this no description found? Now why? Oh, I know why. Because this needs to be a point entity, I think. No, it needs to be a brush entity. Trigger multiple. There we go. Now we're going to target this guy. Enter 1. Bunker admin room. Enter 1. No. Uh-oh. Admin room, enter 1. What are you? What's going on here? Conference room, start 1. So what's going on? Bunker B2 spawn flags. Oh, there's a spawn flag right there. Delete that. Target A. There we go. Bunker B2 admin, enter 1. Nope, not the target name. I don't want a target name. I need a target. There we go. See, look, now I broke something. I wish there was just like a way to like clear it, because I put it there on accident. We're just going to start over. Okay, these things are placed. So I forgot a crucial step. This needs to be a trigger multiple. Brush entity, trigger multiple. And then this target change level needs a target name of bunker B1, hallway B2. Enter. No, this needs a trigger of bunker B2, admin room, enter 1. And so this trigger is going to target this cube. And this cube is also going to take my player character to bunker B2 admin room, and then $, and then I'm going to target that spawn point. So bunker B2 admin room start 1. Oh, and I also think these triggers need spawn flags. 1, no end of unit, immediate leave. Important. And then we're going to spawn a new player entity. New player start entity. Rotate him like so. And then we're going to call this guy. I think he needs a target name. And his target name is going to be bunker B2 conference room start 2. And this target name is the name that we will reference in our admin room. And so when I hit this trigger change level, he's going to go bunker B2 conference room start 2, enter 2. Yep. And then this also needs to be a trigger multiple. And also this guy needs spawn flags. Go ahead and save. We'll go ahead and compile. I think we did good. I'm starting to understand how this works. Oh wow, this room didn't break. You love to see that. All right, we're gonna launch this room.